Hey, there we go. Welcome to tonight's Zoom. This is called Learn More, Creating Another Stream of Income with doTERRA. So this is meant to be just an informational opportunity for you. It's actually a Zoom that we get on here once a month to do, and I love this topic. The more that we see the business model, that income generating model in doTERRA come to life, the more excited we get. I love to see new people joining us on this journey because we get to watch people's lives change with the products and with the income generation, which is it's just really special to get to be a part of that. So one thing that I want to mention is that when people come to this event, oftentimes they come a little bit nervously because they're thinking, am I going to get pressured into doing something? Is this going to be kind of one of those slimy things? Are they going to try to drag me into it? Are they going to be convincing me that I have to do this? And I like to tell people up front, we are not in the business of convincing anyone to do anything. We are not here to drag anyone in to do anything. We're just here to share an incredible opportunity with you, something that has been really meaningful and really impactful in our lives. And if it's something that you decide you want to pursue for you, then that's amazing. And we're just going to give you the information so you can make a well-informed decision. But at the end of the day, if it's not a good fit for you, then it's not a good fit for us either. So we're not going to try to convince you to do anything. We really do want what's best for you. So we've got some incredible leaders coming on tonight to share alongside of me. I have Crystal Garvin and I have Valerie Casillas coming on. So you'll be hearing from them in a little bit, and they're each going to bring just a little bit of a different perspective and different parts about this income building opportunity in our conversation tonight as we kind of go over this together. So I'm actually going to bring Crystal on first. I want her to kind of speak into, Crystal, if you wouldn't mind kind of answering the question for us, because I know this is in the back of everyone's mind as they're contemplating, maybe if you're on this Zoom tonight, you're thinking, I've been to a wellness workshop, or maybe you haven't. I've been learning about doTERRA products, and I think, how do these wellness advocates know what they know? How would I, if I were to become a wellness advocate, how would I learn all about the product? And how would I become an expert in all this natural wellness, business, so that I would be empowered to actually help someone with their health and their wellness? That feels a little overwhelming. So Crystal, I'm wondering if you could first come on and share a little bit about how you got started in doTERRA, and then maybe you could speak into that issue a little bit of, how does a new advocate come in and do this not knowing anything?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Tanya. So, for me personally, I definitely do not consider myself an expert. I certainly didn't 11 years ago when I was getting started. I was just a mom interested in natural health and alternative medicine for my own family. And so my background was not in medicine or health or wellness at all. I just started diving in. I do love research. And that's what it was about for me because I started seeing things working for issues we were having in our little kids at the time, and even for myself and my husband. I got excited about it. So I really did not have the knowledge. I'm not coming from that medical background. And I decided to start the business side simply because I was seeing the products work and help, and I was excited and wanted to see other people have results like I was having. So I would say you don't have to become an expert. That's the good news. You can breathe a sigh of relief on that because most of us aren't. We're not doctors for the most part. We don't claim to be doctors. We don't diagnose anything. Basically, we're health coaches. We walk alongside individuals just like ourselves. We educate people on natural solutions for foundational health. And one of the things I learned really early on was it's okay to say, I don't know the answer to that. I'm still learning. I can still say that 11 years in. I don't know the answer to that. I'm still learning, but I can find out. And I have resources. I have people I can ask. I have books I can consult. So as an advocate, you'll definitely want to use a book we recommend. It's called The Essential Life. That's kind of your main product recommendation tool. There are other tools and resources too that you'll learn about. But you can purchase a book for yourself, or the advocate you enrolled with may implement an incentive we like to encourage on our team. And that's where they gift you this book if you enroll 5 qualifying customers in your first 30 days of building the business. There's also an app you can put on your phone. You can have searchable oil recommendations right with you on the go. the Essential Life, Modern Essentials apps. Those are both great. And we have access to trainings from doctors, actual doctors at doTERRA. We point you to some other helpful resources. We have recommendations. There's always information you can find. There's classes and things on supplements, essential oil usage. We'll talk more about different resources later, but what you need to know now is we are going to help equip you with everything you need. I had all the tools I needed right at my fingertips. You will too. We even have way more tools now than we did back then. So it's an exciting time to be a part of this for sure.
It is, thank you. That was very clarifying. So Valerie is actually Valerie Casillas is going to be sharing with us tonight. And maybe Valerie, you can bring your own perspective here and your background in doTERRA as you talk about like how is the support factor and like training if someone's coming into this going, so how would I learn? How would I go out and do this? What kind of support and training as a team, because we're all one team, would a new advocate have at their disposal? And maybe how has that even been helpful to you?
Yeah. So, um, first of all, I want to talk about how I started with doTERRA. I didn't know, a lot. I didn't know anything about the products, but I wanted to get my oils for free. I wanted to get my oils paid for. And so I um, got into helping other people with this information so that that could help. So we were trying to be a one income family. And so the budget was really tight. And so I decided that I would help others get doTERRA while that helped us get the products. And we got them for free. And so you might be wondering what kind of support and training you'll receive. Well, first of all, the person you sign up with is called your enroller, and they'll be the one to help you launch your doTERRA business. You'll not be alone. We will be there to support you, to guide you as you start your doTERRA business and beyond. So our teams offers multiple online wellness workshops each month. So you can funnel people into those workshops, friends, family members, coworkers, or anyone you meet. They can be in state or out of state or even in another country. It's online, so it's super easy to access. When you watch these workshops, you learn the flow. What we cover are what the products do, and we follow the same basic format week after week. It's consistent, so you can consider that training for yourself in addition to being a recurring event that you can funnel people into to learn. And in these workshops, we will always redirect them to connect with you to order their products. Wellness advocates are also welcome to attend. You can just sit in the bleachers and learn, or you can take a turn teaching if you'd like to, because we already have a script written for our workshop. We also have a team website that has everything you need for training and resources so you can work your way through the process of learning step by step. And on that page, you have access to scripts, training, product knowledge, what to say guides, and everything else you'll need along the way. It's like a one-stop shop. It's ever evolving, but it's always up to date. So you can find everything you need in there, including clear step-by-step guidelines, so that you can so that you know how to do everything. We also have a couple of important Facebook communities too. Drop by Drop is one, and that's our product support group for all things like supplements, oils, and wellness. And this group is for customers, wellness advocates, or also potential customers who are just starting to learn. And then we have the metabolic makeover, and that's specific support and education for the MetaPower line that we have. This is for everyone and anyone who wants to explore, learn, and have continued support as they use the MetaPower system. There are also topical online classes for continuing ed on almost a weekly basis. So you and your customers can do a deep dive on specific topics like thyroid support, or oils for babies, or oils for pets. And then we also have a business support Facebook group. And there you can you'll want to be in at least one team-wide group run by diamond leader level, um, a diamond level leader, and potentially others depending on what your direct upline recommends. So talk to your enroller to make sure you're added to each of those groups that you need. And for specific business support, every Monday evening, there's a business training, and it's a support group that's available to you. And there are more support resources that you'll experience along the way, but that's a basic overview. The main thing I want you to know is that you won't be alone in this process. You have a robust and experienced team that will help you every step of the way. I can't hear you, sorry.
Sorry, I guess I touched my mute button there. Thank you, Valerie. That pretty much covers, like, that's a good flyover of all of the support. So what I really hear you saying, like, the main things are, you're not going to have to, as a new advocate, create all this stuff yourself. You're not going to have to create support and resources for your customers. It's already done for you. You just get to connect them to that and plug them in. And you don't need to run any of your own Facebook groups. That's already there for our advocates to just bring their customers to, or even there are people that they're just sharing with that aren't customers yet to come and learn. There's so much education and content that we're connectors, we can go out and connect people to these resources, and it takes that burden off of our shoulders, which is great. So another thing that plays a big role in the success of growing a doTERRA income is the power of testimonials. And I love that factor about our products because they're powerful. They make such a difference in people's lives. And what I notice is everyone in our doTERRA product community, customers, advocates, everyone, we learn from each other. And so often someone gets interested in using product because they're learning from other people's experiences. Plus, it's very rewarding to get to be a part of someone's story, even in that connector role, to get to hear how the products have impacted someone. I just got a testimonial by Messenger like 15 minutes ago of someone who had their thyroid numbers that were out of control. She was using a blend of oils for, I'm just looking at it, a couple of weeks, went back and her numbers were cut in half and were in the normal range. And she's just like, I'm so happy I didn't have to get on medication. And it's like, oh my gosh, we got to like introduce that to her. So it's pretty neat. So I'm curious, Valerie, if you have just an example. I know you probably have a million stories of just like how you've seen the products really impact someone's life through the work that you've done as an advocate.
You're right, Tanya. There are so many stories. I'll tell you something recently that happened that really made me grateful that I had the opportunity to help in some way. I got contacted by a parent last week, 6-year-old little girl who had pneumonia, and the doctors said that they were going to probably have to hospitalize her. And the mom was distraught and did not want her daughter to be hospitalized for so many reasons. Her mom just was really just praying that her daughter would be well enough to stay out of the hospital. So what we did was we used some oils. We actually did Symphony of the Cells on her that night. And we had her diffusing the oils and just continuing to do what she could with the doTERRA products. And what I saw that night, although I didn't know what was going on inside of her body that night, I saw hope come into that mom's life, and that's what I feel, that we are like messengers of hope, right? We're giving hope to people, but we applied the oils. We continue. I told her, just continue to use what we were using. The next day I followed up, and she said they went back to do some test, and her lungs were 90% clear. So she didn't
Wow.
have to be hospitalized. And so we were just so grateful. I know everybody has different stories, but we were just so grateful that that she didn't have to be hospitalized and she was able to use something natural.
That's amazing. I mean, like, it's just so worth it to take the time to serve someone just for like that little girl and that family. What a gift it is to be able to bring that into someone's home, into their life, and to, see them work so powerfully. When it's our kids, it really touches me to hear that. So, well, we could talk about amazing oil stories all night because that's just so inspiring and awesome. If anyone on this call tonight has seen the oils impact a life, your family's life, someone else, someone you told about, feel free to jump in that chat and just tell us about it, because I just love knowing and hearing how they're impacting people out there. But we're going to shift gears to stay on track. We're going to shift gears and we're going to get into a little bit more of an income and business model conversation so that you can actually learn some information about how that part works. And so I'm going to have Crystal actually share a little bit about I kind of nerd out over this a little bit because it's just sort of a fun fact that I did not understand when I was a new advocate, and I learned it along the way, and it really has proven to be a significant piece of the puzzle to why doTERRA actually works and pays advocates as well as it does. And so, Crystal, I'm holding them in suspense. Would you share with us what I asked you to share about?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about, she's not saying the words, I'll say it, customer retention rate. So it's really significant, especially compared to other companies. And I know Tanya loves to have me talk about this because she didn't have a background in network marketing before doTERRA, but I did. For 8 years before I discovered doTERRA, I had done another network marketing business, and I understood retention rate really well because I had been taught about that. What I know now is doTERRA has the highest retention rate in the industry. So the average retention rate in the direct selling industry is between 13 and 20%. In skincare and makeup specifically, it tends to be even lower. There's a lot of turnover in that. That's basically what that means. I'll explain that more and unpack it a little bit. For my company, we hovered right around that 13%. And we were like high-fiving each other because we were doing so great. Because really, in the skincare and especially makeup industry, it's usually closer to 10% or even less. And that means you just have to work really, really hard to get new sales all the time because you're not going to get a lot of repeat business for very long. You might for a while, but then a lot of times people tend to move on. And so in the industry as a whole, think about what other products you know might be sold either through a party plan. Oh, sorry, my dog's barking. Through a party plan or through some kind of business like this where people have, they either go door to door or they have those parties or online. There's a lot of social selling now, whether it's kitchen products or skincare, makeup, whatever it is. They are usually looking at a 13 to 20% retention rate, where doTERRA's retention rate is 65%. And that's based on quarterly orders. Most customers are ordering monthly because we have this fantastic loyalty rewards program. It's our subscription program. So our annual retention rate is closer to about 73%. And these numbers can be finagled a little bit. Companies will kind of change things around a little bit to make themselves look better. They might be actually giving you their quarterly retention rate or annual retention rate, but not specifying what time period that's for. doTERRA is so transparent. And the retention rate really tells us a few important things. One, people love the products. Two, people love being rewarded for purchasing every single month. And three, people are feeling better. Otherwise, they wouldn't even continue purchasing these products month after month, right? None of us would. So there's a few things doTERRA does exceptionally well that I want to spotlight. And this really is different also from other companies. So I have done a lot of research in that because it really interested me being in a different company and then finding doTERRA and realizing there are so many different companies out there and they all do things a little bit differently. And doTERRA's model was based on bringing the best parts of different plans, different compensation plans, different ways of paying their representatives, different ways of rewarding customers, and they just really came up with the best plan all around. So there's two different tracks you can choose between wholesale customer and wellness advocate. 91% of the open accounts within doTERRA are customer accounts, which is really great. That means the majority of those who are ordering every month are simply customers. They love the products. It's hugely important. Second, doTERRA's Loyalty Rewards Program, or LRP, you'll hear it called that a lot. It's really effective. doTERRA gives both customers and wellness advocates a percentage back on every order that we place through this program. Customers love that kickback. So they purchase what they need. They can redeem those points for free products. Think about all the maybe different point things you have, your favorite coffee shop, the theater, whatever it is. You rack up those points so you can get your free popcorn or your free cup of coffee, right? People love those programs. And doTERRA's is really generous. So both customers and advocates can earn free shipping, free product of the month by having qualifying orders. There's also special ways to bundle certain supplements, other products as add-ons through our program, so you get deeper discounts. There's certain products discounted further each month. There's special things that we get to take advantage of. And that really helps people afford what they need. That's really what it comes down to. And we can redeem those points for free products. It helps us all keep our costs down. It helps us to grow a loyal customer base and have people who want to keep coming back and ordering. So another difference between wholesale customer accounts and wellness advocate accounts, is customers have a referral link. So as a wholesale customer, you may naturally want to share about your results or a product that you have grown to love. I know a lot of people, they will say, oh, Deep Blue was my gateway oil, right? Because of it helping with muscle aches and pains and things. And so you can easily share that. As a wholesale customer, you have this personal referral link. doTERRA gives that to you. And then when your friend purchases with their referral link, the customer is rewarded. So if you're the customer and you share that referral link, you're going to get 20% of your friend's purchase value back in doTERRA dollars or in-store credit. And then you can spend that on free products for yourself. This just gives us a way to encourage our customers to share. You don't have to be a distributor or wellness advocate to do that. And our customers naturally share what they love with people they know. doTERRA rewards them for doing it. So the brilliant part of this is if you are a wholesale customer and you have a customer sharing their link with a friend, the order is credited to you as if you enrolled that new person. You're paid commission on it. You may not have ever met that person. You probably haven't because it's your customer's friend. And doTERRA rewards that customer with doTERRA dollars or in-store credit as a thank you, but they also reward you as the wellness advocate with a commission check for teaching your customer how to just share their link for a product that they already love. And this just can create endless leads for you to help you grow your doTERRA stream of income. So otherwise, a wellness advocate account is exactly the same as a wholesale customer account. There's one major difference. We as wellness advocates have the ability to earn actual income from doTERRA. So instead of being paid in-store credit, doTERRA dollars that we can redeem for products, you get paid actual money. So for sharing doTERRA with others, you can do that. It's either a shopping spree for customers or it's cold hard cash for wellness advocates. You get to choose. And the retention rate, going back to that, it is not a fluke. It has been steady the entire life of the company. That's 16 years. The products are reliable. The products help people's health. The products prompt people to share with others naturally. So it comes down to your decision. You get to decide. There's a lane for everyone. You want to stay in that customer lane, stay in the customer lane, you're going to get rewarded. But if you're thinking, I'm probably going to share this with a lot of people anyway, I might as well get some money dropped into the bank account. You want to take advantage of the support that our team provides. You're going to want to hop over into that wellness advocate lane. And I'll be honest, I really didn't think I wanted to be in that lane. I had done network marketing before. I thought I was done with that. I didn't think of myself as doing that again with a different company, but it was because of the products, the testimonials you just heard. Those kind of things were happening in my life, my family's life. And I realized I know I'm the kind of person that's naturally going to want to share this with others because I know it's going to help other people and I can't keep it to myself. So I might as well jump into that wellness advocate lane. Tanya did help nudge me into that lane because she saw that potential too. I was already sharing with people and I didn't want to admit that I was probably going to end up in that lane. So she helped me just to start making that money faster, which helped me to pay for my products and then eventually grow a business. So either way, you're benefiting from everything doTERRA provides. It's just a decision that is in your hands.
Yeah. And I think you're probably glad that you ended up.
Oh yeah.
I speak for you, but I'm just gonna
Yes,
brag
thank
on
you.
Crystal a little bit. She's doing a little more than paying for her oils these days. She's been supporting, like, that's her primary family income for like a decade. So yes, it became life-changing income. So what has really stood out to me with dōTERRA, well, this stood out to me early on, is dōTERRA is a science and research company. And I learned that right away. That really stood out to me. It impressed me. I felt like they were credible. I noticed that they do a lot of clinical trials and clinical testing. They take science and research very, very seriously. They're very responsible in that arena. They do a ton of testing. I came in and saw them doing third-party testing with transparency. Universities have independently done research on our oils, and that isn't dōTERRA going and asking them. That's them saying, we want to research your oils because we see something of value here. There are so many well-respected, highly credible doctors, specialists, and scientists that are on our scientific advisory council at dōTERRA. So not only do we have like a quality product that's unlike anything, but it is backed by research. And as a wellness advocate, that means that I have complete confidence in offering that to people. I have that science and that research and that confidence behind what I'm recommending, which helps me to just share more, you know, just more boldly. So, Crystal, could you speak into, I'm going to be putting some slides up in a minute, but I'm going to wait a little bit. Sorry, I have a barking dog now too. Peanut, stop.
With these dogs tonight.
Sorry, I have had so many issues with dogs today. So, which Valerie knows because she saw me on an earlier Zoom with a dog issue. So we're going to move into talking about the company specifically and what makes dōTERRA a really solid company to partner with. If you could speak into that, Crystal, and then I will be putting slides up in just a little bit just for some visual aids. If you see me dinking around with it, that's
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when we're looking at any wellness advocate organization, customer accounts, like I said earlier, are going to be about 90% of that team's volume or that organization. So about 10% of a team should be comprised of wellness advocate accounts. And we like to think of things in threes in this business. So when you come on as an advocate, your first goal is to find 3 business partners you would love to work with. You might find someone whose company you just enjoy a lot. You might know they're a hard worker. You could find someone who has a lot of influence, someone who's a leader in your community, someone who's naturally a leader, someone who's looking to make extra income. You already know that about them. Or maybe just someone who likes to diversify their income, have other streams of income available as backups, kind of. So you can find someone who's drawn in because they want to do something meaningful with their life as well. And the idea is you're going to find your first 3 business partners and help them find their first 3. So dōTERRA, like I said, has been in business for 16 years, and they grew to a $1 billion company in the first 7 years, which is the same growth rate as Apple. Okay, so today we're a $2.5 billion debt-free, by the way, company, and that has postured us really well to be an incredibly stable company, even in the economy we have today. We have about 10 million customers globally. You, as a wellness advocate, can choose to have customers and advocates under you from anywhere in the world. We don't have territories, anything like that. You can grow a global business, which is really cool. dōTERRA is the world's largest essential oil company. There are 7 founders. Together, they have over 150 years of experience in the essential oil industry. And our company is privately held. That's really a big deal, something I didn't realize before I came into dōTERRA. I didn't know how important it was for the company to be privately held. What it means is that the owners can keep the success of this business and really the success of our customers, the results that they have, the advocates at the front of every decision that is being made. They don't have to answer to investors. They can stick by their commitment to never compromise on the purity and quality of the oils and products. And anytime a company gets into a point where they have an investor usually wants 51% control or more, and their primary concern is going to be the bottom line, period. So we don't have to be in that because we're privately held and we're debt free. We are not beholden to investors. We're not beholden to this big debt that's hanging over us that the company's trying to pay off. There's so much freedom in that. So you might be wondering how many advocates and customers there are out there already. A lot of times we hear that, right? Oh, we feel like it's saturated. Well, in the US, we're at a 2.5 saturation rate. That means we have a long way to go before saturation would be an issue. And I tell people, if it feels like everyone you know uses doTERRA, it's just that pocket of people. There are so many people out there who have never heard of it. Another cool thing is we're also seeing men do the business more and more, as well as couples doing the business together. At last year's global convention, about 40% of the attendees were men, which is crazy. That's huge. There's a huge presence of international advocates all over the world. There's brand new markets, brand new countries open. You can look at those open markets and say, who do I know? Or who do I know who knows someone in some of these newer countries? So it's truly a business anyone can do, and there is a place for everyone in doTERRA.
Yes, totally. And I just really want to stress that I'm going to go back to a point you just said a few minutes ago, and that was that we're privately held and we don't have those outside investors because there's a lot going on in the world right now with the economy. And unfortunately, we have been seeing multiple companies in the direct sales space that have had to either fold, go out of business, go to a retail, sell in stores model, go to an affiliate model. And a lot of times that does have to do with outside investors or people who have, acquisitions that have happened where someone who doesn't care about the distributors is making those bottom line choices. And we are so blessed to be in that position where our owners literally mortgaged their own houses in the beginning because they turned down a $5 million big name investor that would have launched the company, but they wanted 51%. And our owners knew that they would lose control of the quality of the product, which they would lose the retention rate, and they would lose the ability to stay true to the model that they set up. And I am just so grateful that we have that privately owned and debt-free company because we're so solid to ride the wave of the economy that we're in right now. So I am going to share slides, but there it is. Okay. I tried to just do it a second ago and they were not appearing, so I was having a little issue, but we are good to go now. So actually there is a guide that you can get from doTERRA called the Build Guide, and it's multi-page booklet. You can download it. While I'm screen sharing, I can't really get on the chat to put it in the chat, but I can come back as soon as I take the screens off. If you'd like a link to download that for yourself, we'll make sure to get that to you. I'm going to just show you a couple of the pages as a visual aid. So this is just a picture of the front cover of the Build Guide. We are going to dive into this page right here. This is page 6 and then page 7 that I kind of squished into one so you can see the full diagram. Do not be overwhelmed by all the information on this page. There's a few things I'm going to point you to. So if you're wondering how you earn in doTERRA, give me 1 second. I'm having a technical difficulty if you guys would not mind for a second. I need to put my class outline on my phone so that I don't get us off track and I can manage our time while I'm doing this because it's not letting me see everything at the same time. There we go. Okay. So doTERRA does not pay us in just one way. There are several ways that you can earn income, that your paycheck, it's going to be a combination of several different types of compensation. And so you're looking at a chart that's showing all of the different types. Those columns on the right are showing you different types. You can see there's different bonuses, different types of commission. We're not going to go through all of those types in detail tonight because it would feel like you're being just fire hosed, and we're not going to do that here. What I want to point you to is our income averages per rank, because ranks are like a mile marker in your income stream growth. Okay. And so this will give you just a flyover view of what it looks like to increase and build that steady stream of residual income. So as you can see, there's these squares going up kind of this progressive chart here. And you can see each square has a letter in it, and that stands for, it's kind of small writing there on the screen, a rank title. And that rank title is going to have an average paid out income associated with that rank. And that is just everyone that's paid at that rank level each month. It goes into those averages and across the year, you know, and this is all tracked by the IRS. So it's all on the up and up, very documented. doTERRA averages that out. And now we know the rank average for the payout average for that rank when they combine all these types of pay for that person. So if someone has reached a silver level rank, all of their income coming through this commission is averaged into that. So we're going to turn our attentions to the yellow first box there, and that is the rank of elite. There are a couple of ranks that you can hit before you hit elite early on. They just don't really hit the significance point on the income to make the chart yet. And so we really focus on elite as like your first building block. It's a building block goal that you want to hit, and it'll make sense why in a minute. To hit elite, that's when you have 3,000 in PV, which is product value. So every product, we've got an oil here, it has a PV value. Every product has a PV value, and that's just a currency that we use across all the markets across the world, because we're not all on dollars, right? So it just keeps it an even board, and we factor things based on product value. So once you and anyone that has ordered through you, or anyone through advocates that are a part of your organization, that all totals together, when it's at 3,000, you are going to promote to the rank of elite. And you can see the average income there is about $365 a month. As you grow up, that average is going to go up. I'm not going to go over every single rank average here because it just gets a little bit long, I think, but we're going to skip over the rank of Premier and we're going to look at silver. Just know Premier is one that you hit along the way, okay? And its average income is just under $900 a month. But silver is really neat because as you're out there sharing the product, you're also inviting some people to look at the advocate option, just like you're looking at it today. And when you've got some people that say, yeah, I'd like to do this with you as an advocate, you're going to show them, along with our team support, what you're doing. They're going to be learning. They're going to be plugging into those same resources. And as they're out there sharing with the people that they know, that volume is going to apply to you and your income stream as well. When you have 3 advocates that are part of your organization and they all reach that building block rank of elite, see how there's 3 yellow squares underneath silver? That pushes you up to silver. So you learn how to become an elite, and then you help 3 people learn how to become elite in partnership with you, and now you're a silver. Now a silver's average income is over $2,500 a month, okay? Gold is the next rank, and it is it's going to be on the way to the next one, which is platinum. I'm not going to get into the structure of that because it's sort of an in-between step. But platinum, notice how the 3 boxes underneath are all little silvers. So when you help those 3 people, then help their 3 people become elite, they become silver, you're now a platinum. And a platinum is earning over $10,000 a month on average, okay? A diamond is the same as a platinum, except they've added a 4th leg. We call these legs, and that has worked its way up to silver as well. So now with 4 silvers, you would be advanced to the rank of diamond, which the average income is over $17,000 a month. And then blue diamond, you're kind of getting the picture here, aren't you? It's those 4, add 1 more leg. All 5 are now rank advanced to gold. And that monthly average is 41,813. And then presidential is the last and final rank. And that is 6 platinums. And that monthly average income is it's over $114,000 a month. Okay. So that is kind of how the progression works. And I hope that is you just putting a little bit of ideas in you. I want to focus in, this is a little piece I took off of that chart and I brought it to the middle here. This is one of the ways that you get paid. And I want to highlight this here big time, because fast start bonus is your main money maker in the early phases of being a wellness advocate. This is paid out weekly when you share doTERRA with someone and they order, and therefore they enroll as a wholesale customer with you, you get paid 20% on their order. If you have an advocate under you that you have enrolled and they enroll someone, they make 20% on that. But guess what? You make 10. And your enroller is going to make 5, whether you've even met those people. And then it goes that third level. So if you've enrolled an advocate, they've enrolled an advocate, and they enroll a customer, they make that third advocate makes 20%. The one you enrolled makes 10% and you make 5%. And so this all accumulates together weekly and is paid out weekly in a fast start bonus. And this is the smartest way to get your income stream started, is to learn how to share the product with people and start enrolling customers, because that's going to be quick money in your pocket on a weekly basis. This is meant to be supplemental income while you're building a larger customer base to reach some of those other ranks and other types of commission that will pay out more down the line. So I do want to point out unilevel. So this is a payout more down the line kind of income, but this is the mothership. This is the core of the income. So where you see those ranks with the very large incomes per month, the majority of that income is coming through the unilevel bonus. Unilevel pays out 7 levels deep. So if you've got a customer that came in the month of May, you will get paid fast start in the month of May and in the month of June on their orders. For the first 2 months that they are a customer, you're going to get paid that fast start commission. After that, from that point forward, you get paid unilevel, and what the percentage you get depends on the level that they are on in your organization. And the lower they are, the higher the percentage they are. It goes 7 levels deep. And the really interesting thing is that other companies that use this kind of a payout plan, they do it differently. And doTERRA flipped the whole plan upside down. And this has massively changed the payout of the commission on the sales. So most companies pay you the most on the people right below you. You get the biggest percentage on the people that are closest in the top level. So level 1, you're going to get paid the most. doTERRA flipped it. And so you get paid the least on level 1, but as it deepens, you get paid a higher percentage. But the wonderful thing is you're going to get paid a higher percentage on a lot more people, because as your organization deepens, it's going to expand wider as well. And so the really neat thing is you can take the same amount of sales with one company, plug it into doTERRA's compensation plan, and with the same amount of work and the same amount of sales volume, you get paid a lot more. Power of 3 is a bonus that's just an extra bonus for structuring, and your upline will help you structure your customers on levels accordingly. And when you structure in groups of 3, you can first earn a $50 a month bonus. You take it another level deeper, you're earning a $250 bonus, and one more level deeper, and you're earning a $1,500 bonus per month. So I think of this as you're building a sundae. Out of the fast start and the unilevel, and this power of 3 bonus is a cherry on top that you can earn every month. And it's a nice pay raise to give yourself. And the beautiful thing about this is you earn it by teaching other people how to earn their 50 and their 250 bonus. And that's your pathway to getting that $1,500 bonus. Leadership bonus pools, you don't really need to know all of the details about this right now, but just know once you hit the rank of Premier and up, so Premier, Silver, Gold, those ranks, these start to kind of play a part of your paycheck. And these are profit shares of the sales of the whole company of that month. So it's like the company brings in, they've got a pie, you get a piece of the pie. Okay, so this isn't based on your sales or even your team's sales. This is just based on everyone in the full total, and it gets split amongst people that are at your rank. And those can really start to add up. This is probably the second biggest payout at those higher payout levels. So it's kind of fun to see how that compensation plan works. I am going to hop off of the screen share. But as you could see, there was an invitation to a workshop there, and that is our wellness workshop. We do that regularly, and we've got a couple of workshops every single month. And I put it up there because I want you to know that that is a really easy way to start sharing with people, is just inviting people onto our wellness workshops. We do a part 1, which is supplements, meta power, some gut health, and a little bit of teaser on the oils every month. And we do a part 2 that's essential oils, and we deep dive into essential oils. And so our next one is going to be that part 2, essential oils. You can start people with either one. They don't have to do part 1 first. And that is coming up on August 15th. And so we actually have a registration link. I'll pop it in the chat right now. If you want to grab that, copy it, paste it, save it. You can invite people to register, free class. We do a giveaway every time. And if you haven't been on, come on, but invite people, because that way we always encourage them to shop through the person who invited them, and you don't have to do the heavy lifting of teaching, and you can come. And the more times you come, the more you learn the information, you absorb it. And then we would invite you to even come and help teach when you feel ready to do that. So if you have any questions, you reach out to your wellness advocate, and we are all here to help you. You can pop the questions in the Facebook group as well. So I just want to thank you all for taking the time to be with us tonight. I hope you feel like you got a few questions answered, and that you got the information that you need to start thinking about making a decision for yourself. If it's not now, but maybe sometime in the future, then that's amazing. Keep us posted. If it's not ever, then we wish you the best, and it's totally fine. If it's, okay, I'm ready to do this, or maybe I'm scared, but I feel drawn to it, and I want to take a harder look at this and start learning how to share, then we want to welcome you with open arms. And so let me just tell you, you are going to be some part of something that is absolutely incredible. So please reach out. Tell us what you're thinking, because we don't want to leave you hanging. We want to make sure that you get your questions answered. And then I'm going to hop off camera, but I am going to hang out here just a second to put that build guide in. Oh, nope. Crystal put it in already, so I don't even need to do it. So you've got everything you need. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Crystal, for helping to lead tonight. This is recorded, so the replay will be posted, as it always is, at the top of our team website. If you'd like to rewatch it or share it with someone, you can always grab the link there. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.